Now let's have a look at how to do a bank reconciliation in Business Central. So you search for bank account reconciliations. Then first you check that for your account you don't already have one bank rec. If not, you press New, select your account. Okay. Now you need to put the end date of your bank rec. Let's say that end of April. And now you need to enter the ending balance. You don't want to change the bank last statement. So here, let's say that you need to know it. And after you want to enter what's the different statement line. So let's say you want to enter them, so you can do it manually, or if you have them exactly in the format, you can also paste it. So if you have something in Excel that with exactly these columns, you can paste that, or you enter them. Then at this point, you need to check that your balance and ending balance statement ending balance is what you have in your total balance here. So here, that's good. But for the sake of the example, let's say that I didn't put anything there. You see that this amount is not the same as here. So it's not going to work. See, now it is if I put something different. So again, at this point, you don't want to change that. This one needs to be what is written in your statement at the date, but you need to check that this amount matches with that. Let's a bit explain one more thing. So here you start at 300. You see, then we remove 50. That gives us this balance 250. If we go to the line after, okay, so we remove 100. That's kind of a running balance. So that changes each time on each line, but on the last line, you have this ending balance. Okay, so let's at this point you're good. You have the same balance here and there. So now you see here on the right what you have already in your books. So that's the bank that tells you that, but your books already have registered some entries. So you go to the matching, and now you can match what's between the two. So I'm going to do it manually. So if I do that, see these two come together. You can remove them. If I were to choose another one instead, you see this one goes with that. Well, actually it's not correct at all. That's not the same amount, but it still leaves you to do doing that. So, but you don't want it. You could also take several and on the left, going with only one. So that's for the sake of the example, but that's not good. So I'm going to remove. And you can start that, and I recommend you start with a match automatically. So I do that. You put a tolerance, so a couple of days, let's say 5 days, and the system will do it for you. Okay. Now we need to enter in our books what the bank says, but that we haven't entered yet. So how do we do that? So you can go out of that and going to some and you have to enter entries. So you can go to general journals or any kind of other journals or sales or purchase to enter the other documents. So if you do that, if you go somewhere else, But instead of doing that, you have also an alternative that is interesting. You have transfer to general journals. So if you click there, then after you need for the first time to select a template and a batch. So let's do that. General, and you can select a template, but for the first time, I'm going to create a new one. So bank rec. Okay, I just don't not going to set up to copy the VAT. Yeah, and I'm going to create another series. Bank rec. Okay, I want manual and default. Going to put bank rec. Dot, dot. Okay, let's finish that. Okay, so that's just for the first time. So when I go there, you see there is one line that has been copied. That's not exactly what we wanted. So if we come back, you need to select multiple everything. So you select everything and you do transfer to general journal. This time he remembers, and everything has been entered. However, you can see that the first line has been copied twice. It's because before you do that, you don't want anything in the journal. As if you do it, it's continue, he adds things. So what you do, normally you should have a clean slate. So let's redo it one more time. Delete, okay. So one more time, just do that. And you get your 3 lines. Now the game is that you need to enter what is remaining. So it's here you just have to enter the accounts. So first, here, well, I consider that it's a supplier. I'm going to choose the supplier. Right. Normally, you could have a look. You should be able to apply to see the invoice. If you don't, maybe you forgot to record the invoice, and I suggest that you do it properly in a purchase invoice document. What some people also do, but it's your call. For some small businesses, some would record directly the amount here. Let's say they would find what it is. But normally, I don't think you should do that. You should record properly the invoice. But for the sake of the example, so you would say, oh, that's some accounting, and some people would do that directly. All right. And then we'd have to put the GST, the VAT as well, and everything. But let's put it properly. Let's say that this supplier, but I couldn't find the invoice. Fair enough. Second, let's say I don't know what this one is for the moment, so I'm going to leave it. And this one, it says that's money that we receive, so that's a customer. Okay, that's this one. And we see that it goes with that invoice. So we apply, say okay. Good. So now we want to pause that, but we don't, it's not going to leave us to let us post because of the entry that we didn't find. So you can remove it just one by one, but if you have a lot, what you can do, you can just put a filter there. So filter, you would select everything, delete, right? You remove the filter, This way you can just post what you needed, right? And you come back. So you see now in your bank rec, you're almost done. Just have one more entry that you haven't done. So you can, that's fine. Now let's say you figure out what it is. You transfer, right? And you enter what it is. Let's say, just going quickly to put something. Uh, let's say this one. Good. All right. Post. Done. We come back. Now everything, there is no more difference. Everything is in green. That's fine. The total balance is the same as the ending balance. So we're good to go. We can post. And that's it. So here we've done it really in a manual way. There could be some optimized way of doing it, and we'll see that in another video. To do that, we're going to use some apps that we have published. And so if you go to Microsoft App Source, you look for Match BC. So in the next video, we'll do exactly the same. But before doing that, I'm going to install the two apps. One is one that is completely free, Intuitive Bank Rec, and another one, Bank Statement Import, just to make it quicker.